Hello everybody, welcome back. Here we are, hand-in day. We finally made it to the end of term, kind of in one piece. I'm very tired right now from just doing so much work all the time. But no one said third year was going to be easy. So we'll start with DCC as always. And I haven't done that much towards DCC just because, been very busy with my studio work. But I found this, I actually found it a few weeks ago, but these are, it's like a book, but I found it online, online access, and it's called So Cute I Could Eat It Up, and it's got some good quotes about cuteness in there. I've also been reading this book, Fashioning the Feminine, which has been really helpful. Just lots of, I think it's quite old, lots of people have made notes, but some of the points they make are still relevant today. Just about gender and stuff like that. Fashion, obviously. So we began pairing up images to quotes, which has kind of worked, but I got some feedback and she wasn't convinced entirely by my choice of photos to quotes, which I can understand. Quotes are just not my thing. Like I find them really hard to understand and find as well. But obviously next week that's where that all gets tackled. So yeah, not too much on DCC this week, but next week is the big DCC week, so it'll get sorted out then. Okay, on to studio work. This week I presented my work. Oh no, sorry, that's more contextual. I presented my work. This is a new slide that you haven't seen about my sketchbook work, which I've actually done quite a bit since I presented, just because I realised it was kind of lacking. Here was my artist research, and again, somewhere I'm really lacking, and I didn't put any market research in here, which I should have done, just because these prints work with my theme, but these woven samples aren't so much in my theme. But I have actually found Anna Piper's work since then, which does link with my theme, so yeah, we're there. So I had experimental samples and final samples on there. Excuse me. So in terms of samples, I managed to sew my samples and wash them and sew them, get that done. So that was that felt really good. I've done this sample. I don't think you've seen. It's an extra weft that I did on the bonus loom, and it's like a palm tree. And then I also did one which is like a diamondy, this was on the wool warp, and it was a tape yarn, and this is what it looked like on the other side, so very different. Okay, so I'll quickly talk about my my CAD file now, because that's come on a long way. So I showed you some of the images that I created, these images, but I've just been doing some more experimentation really. Oh, I also printed out these photos from Goose Fair, finally, which really links with my theme. So I had a go at inverting some colours because some of my contextual file, the artists kind of look like they've inverted their photos, and I thought it looked really cool and interesting. And then I also had a go at overlaying some photos. I really like this one. I like this one too. This one worked really well. Yeah, that they were just on PowerPoint. And then I also quickly did two Poincaré stuff. Poincaré is not my forte. I'm going to try and improve that a bit more in the future. But yeah. So then I've also done some sketchbook work, which I mentioned. This is a new page. Love this page. I got this fluorescent paint and it works really well. Yarn wrapping. I did some yarn wrappings. And I also linked in with the CAD some photo experiments. So I basically I had two pictures. I painted one pink, cut them all into strips, and I just stuck them down. This is two images that I've woven together. This is inspired by the trend research. Another yarn wrapping, sort of an elongated, distorted picture like my block threading. Playing with like electrics within the leaves. These were some stripes that I was playing around with. This is another yarn wrapping. So that's my that's my sketchbook for this project. I also did some jacquard, which I will be going to get off the loom today and just hand in straight away, really. And they were alright. I mean, I can show you them next term. But yeah, need some work. So that's everything to do with this project. The Japanese project has come on a long way. So I made this mood board. This is Amalia Kent weaving. This is the colour palette which Jess made, and then this is my own photo, this is my own photo, this is my own photo, and then these are just some Japanese architecture photos. Some like pen line stuff, a lot of acrylic stuff, just because the colours are quite easy to mix. I started doing these experimentations on, it's just on PowerPoint, some different like lines and just layering and playing with the colours. It's quite easy to make a few quickly. So that relates to the sample that I showed you last week, that that one. I quite like these because they're a bit more clean, like the Japanese buildings are. I mean, because this is just done by hand. I think I need to do more to do with this bluey warp because I've mostly been experimenting with the black warp, and then this finishes with some yarn wrappings that I showed you last week. So yeah, quite happy with the direction this is going now actually. And I'll show you I will show you I've done 2 more samples since we last spoke. Sorry. Oh, here it is. So I've done one with dissolvable yarn. Oh, here we go. Technical issues. One with dissolvable yarn, which is like a twill. It's hard to tell. Excited to see what this is going to look like washed, because no idea if it's going to work. And then I've done another one with sticks in, which was more blocky, like plain sort of thing. So yeah, that's I've been getting on quite a lot this week. It's been quite manic, but happy with how it's going. And we Skyped yesterday with Japan, so that was nice. So yeah, that's that. So I'm going to hand in today actually, just the rest of my work that's here. Oh, I forgot to say that I finished my pro formas as well, but they've already been handed in, and also my contextual file I annotated and did the bibliography and stuff. So yeah, it's been a manic week. So next week is a bit calmer. It's my DCC week. It will mainly consist of writing and ordering and stuff. So quite looking forward to a bit more of an intellectual challenge than a physical, but we'll see how it goes. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.